Nintendo Switch 2 review. Is it worth the upgrade? Imagine being able to play your favorite Nintendo games on a console that's not only faster and more powerful, but also sleeker and more comfortable to hold. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Well, that dream is now a reality with the release of the Nintendo Switch 2. As someone who's been using the original Switch since its launch in 2017, I can confidently say that the Switch 2 is a significant upgrade that's definitely worth considering. But here's where it gets interesting. Is it worth upgrading from the original Switch, especially if you're not a hardcore gamer? Let's dive in and find out. At first glance, the Switch 2 looks similar to its predecessor, with a nearly 8-inch screen surrounded by removable controllers, a kickstand on the back, and an included dock to play on your TV. However, the Switch 2 is more than just a cosmetic upgrade. It's faster, sturdier, and has a larger display with 1080p resolution and 120Hz refresh rate, making it perfect for playing games like Donkey Kong Bananza and Mario Kart World. One of the standout features of the Switch 2 is its improved Joy-Cons. The buttons are more comfortable to press, and the new magnetic attachment method makes it easier to remove the controllers. Although I'm a bit disappointed that Nintendo ditched the playful colors of the original Joy-Cons for plain black, I'm a fan of the new controllers overall. But what really sets the Switch 2 apart is its access to Nintendo's wide catalog of first-party games. With the Switch 2, you can play exclusive games like Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bananza, which showcase the strengths of Nintendo's games. Immersive worlds that you're excited to jump back into every time you pick up your Switch. And this is the part most people miss. The Switch 2 also works with original Switch games, and you can even transfer game data between devices using the new virtual game cards feature. But here's the controversy. Some people might argue that the Switch 2 is not a major reimagining of the original, and that it's just an incremental upgrade. And they're right, it's not a completely new console. But, in my opinion, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Switch 2 takes everything that was great about the original Switch and improves upon it, making it a worthwhile upgrade for longtime Nintendo fans. So, is the Switch 2 worth the upgrade? Absolutely. With its faster performance, improved Joy-Cons, and access to exclusive games, it's a must-have for any Nintendo fan. But if you're not a hardcore gamer, you might want to wait and see what other games are released for the Switch 2 before making the upgrade. As for me, I'm excited to see what the future holds for the Switch 2, and I'm happy to have made the upgrade. Now, it's your turn. Do you think the Switch 2 is worth the upgrade? Or are you happy with your original Switch? Let us know in the comments. The Strategist is designed to surface useful expert recommendations for things to buy across the vast e-commerce landscape. Every product is independently selected by our team of editors, and we update links when possible. Note that deals can expire, and all prices are subject to change. Nintendo Switch 2 Stock Update. Consoles available now. Imagine a world where getting your hands on the latest gaming console feels almost impossible, only to find out that the massive shortage might be finally starting to ease. That's exactly where many gamers have found themselves with the Nintendo Switch 2. For a long time, stock shortages have been the norm after new consoles launch, making it frustratingly hard to find one in stores or online without jumping through hoops. When the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS first hit the scene, it took several months, often more than half a year, before supplies caught up with demand, allowing players to casually purchase their consoles without chaos. Interestingly, compared to these recent launches, the Switch 2 has been in stock more frequently, and it's even become the fastest-selling console in US history, a testament to its popularity. Yet, for much of its brief life, if you checked your favorite retailers, be it Amazon, Walmart, or Target, availability was practically zero. Until now, that is. Currently, most stores are showing Nintendo Switch 2 units as in stock and ready to buy, which is a noticeable shift. If you're considering jumping on the bandwagon now, there are some tempting options to enhance your experience. For example, the Nintendo Switch 2 plus Mario Kart World bundle is available at select retailers like Target, Walmart, and Best Buy for $499.59, If you're a fan of the Mario Kart franchise and love multiplayer chaos, this bundle is a steal. It saves about $30 compared to buying the console and games separately. The game itself, Mario Kart World, has garnered high praise. An 8/10 review calls it a very entertaining multiplayer experience. Perfect whether you're gathering friends for a fun night or racing online with strangers. For more details, check out the full review. But if Mario Kart isn't your thing, you can opt for just the Switch 2 without any bundled game, which costs the same at $449.99 at Walmart, Best Buy, or Target. This might be ideal if you're not interested in the open-world racing or the fun outfits, and simply want the console to explore other titles. Opting for this version means you save $50 off the bundle price, giving you extra flexibility to choose your own games. And if waiting is your game plan, Amazon is also rolling out invites to buy the Switch 2, though you can't purchase immediately. You can request an invite by clicking a button on the product page, and often the response arrives swiftly. For instance, an acquaintance of ours requested an invitation last Wednesday and the email arrived on Friday. Pretty quick turnaround, especially if Amazon is your go-to retailer. Plus, for those fans of Pokemon, there's an exciting pre-order opportunity. The Switch 2 plus Pokemon Legends ZA bundle is hitting shelves on October 16th. This isn't a themed console or anything fancy, just a standard Switch 2 plus a digital code for the new Pokemon game. The bundle saves you about $20 compared to purchasing everything separately. The game normally retails for $70. Retailers like Best Buy, GameStop, Target, and Walmart are now accepting pre-orders. Lastly, for those who already have the console in sight, mark your calendars for the upcoming release of Donkey Kong Bananza, scheduled for July 17, 2025. I recently started playing it, and honestly, it's a total blast. So much so that I'd give it a perfect 10 out of 10. If you get your hands on a Switch 2 anytime soon, this is definitely a must-have. Also, consider checking out the best accessories. Cases, screen protectors, extra controllers to make your gaming setup even better. With inventory slowly shifting in your favor, now might just be the perfect moment to get gaming without the chase. Nintendo Switch 2 Restock Tracker. How to get yours. Nintendo Switch 2 Restock Alert. Your best chance to snag the sold-out console. Tired of refreshing pages for hours? New Nintendo Switch 2 stock has finally landed at Target and GameStop. But these replenishments won't stay available for long. We're tracking real-time availability and sharing the latest updates so you can secure your console before inventory vanishes again. When will the Switch 2 become easier to access? July 22nd, 2025, 11:41 a.m. EDT. Nintendo's upgraded console has been a hot commodity since its June launch, with restocks disappearing faster than Joy-Con railgun shots in Splatoon. While availability remains spotty, we're monitoring retailers large and small to catch those fleeting moments when stock becomes available. Sign up for NBC Select's newsletter, The Selection, to stay ahead of the game and receive shopping tips tailored to your needs. Newsletter sign-up link, touchdellyad.com/join5cj, NBC-news-select/NCD Sky. Where to buy the Nintendo Switch 2 right now? As of publication, the Mario Kart World Bundle remains your most reliable bet. Target, check availability online or order for delivery pickup. No store visits required. GameStop, call your local store to confirm in-stock units before visiting. Some locations still have hidden inventory. Pro tip, act fast. Console bundles often disappear especially quickly. While overwhelmingly positive reviews praise its improved power and 11-inch OLED screen, demand continues outpacing supply. Your Switch 2 questions answered. Why is the console so hard to find? Like Sony's PlayStation 5 launch during the COVID pandemic, supply chain issues, Nintendo faces similar challenges. We predict stores will stock consistently by early 2026 as orders stabilize. Will it play my old Switch games? Yes, the Switch 2 supports. Physical cartridges for special edition shaped love. Digital purchases from the Nintendo Store. Virtual game cards to copy Switch 1 titles to your new console. Virtual game cards link www.nintendo.com/US Gaming Systems Virtual Game Cart SRLTID and for all. Note, some legacy titles may require compatibility updates. Strange new, why are bundle sales dominating? But here's where it gets controversial. Launch bundles often include games that third-party sellers resell separately. Is this Nintendo's way of ensuring maximum value or a tactic to lock buyers into crazier packages? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do unit bundles feel forced or practical? Comment below. Why trust NBC Select's coverage? I'm Harry Rabinowitz, a tech reporter who's been following this launch closely. For this guide, I completed hands-on testing of availability across different retailers, analyzed replenishment patterns using historical data from previous console launches, consulted both resale insiders and manufacturers about production timelines. You can find more game-changing tech coverage on our tech and tools at nbcnews.com/select/tech tools. Follow NBC Select on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and follow Nintendo Select on Instagram, NBC Select Plus, and Twitter, TikTok, for Nintendo Select to never miss an update. Where to buy the Nintendo Switch 2 right now? Your burning questions answered. Why trust NBC Select? Harry Rabinowitz. Harry Rabinowitz is a reporter for NBC Select who geeks out over gadgets, from smartwatches to gaming tech. Instead of relying on press releases, he dives deep into real-world testing and retailer connections to bring his readers actionable insights. Questions? Hit reply or leave a comment. We're always looking for your input to improve our guides.